Good morning. I wanted to talk about today, why do I love to help people become excellent professional speakers, not just professional speakers, but I meet a ton of people that tell me they have a story to share. They have something amazing. They've overcome something. Um, they want to inspire. They want to help people, and that is great. But sometimes people have extraordinary stories of what they have achieved, their success in business or in life. Sometimes they have extraordinary stories of what they've overcome, adversity, obstacles, professionally and personally. But what I love to do is help show people that speak publicly, and how I identify public speakers as somebody who will share their story anywhere, anytime for free or low fee, and help elevate them to professional speakers. Is that no matter how great, no matter how compelling your story is, no matter how interesting, amazing, very few people will pay just to hear your story, unless you're a famous person. And then sometimes you don't even have to be a great speaker if you have celebrity status. I'm not talking about the 20-year-old influencer. I'm talking about somebody who's been a professional athlete or Olympian or CEO of a major corporation. But when you share your story, when you have a great story and you learn how to be a professional speaker, what you do is you get out of your own head, you get out of your own ego, which is hard for many people, and you think about them. So less about, I hope they like me, I hope this is a good story, I'm amazing, I have something interesting. I was talking to a man the other day and I was saying how you transition, because he said, I have a compelling story, I have an amazing story. I said, that's awesome. But when you move away from your story and into their story, that is when you get paid to speak. That is when you move from public to professional. You can weave your story in and through your message, and some audiences will want to hear more of that, but many audiences will want to hear less. And what they want out of it is they want it strained down to teach them what tools, what lessons, what tips, what humor you found in the midst of adversity, in the midst of the climbing the corporate ladder or building your business to the next level. They want to know what's in it for them. How can they apply what you've gone through into their life, into their business, so that they can have success in their career, success in their relationships, success in their health. And so that's what I love doing. And when a speaker recognizes how to shift that story from being, look at what I did and look at what I've overcome, to look what you can do, and here's the 3 tips, the 5 tips, the 7 keys to get there, it changes everything. So for me, I speak about a number of different topics, but I spent 9 years in the financial world climbing that corporate ladder with 5 promotions. So I can talk about that, but I'd rather give a couple tips of what I did to encourage someone that's trying to get that promotion, trying to be more confident in the interview. What did I do to feel comfortable interviewing, to love interviewing? What did I do to climb? What was I looking for in that next promotion? And then owning franchises. We bought our first one in a small town and then our second one in the big city. What is it like to be a franchise owner? But not only a franchise owner, how do you juggle owning a franchise with running a household, being married and staying happily married, raising your children, taking a part-time job to fill in the cracks when the money was down? How do you deal with people constantly asking you for money and donations? Because as an owner, you must be rich, even though they might pay $40 for a membership and you might have $12,000 a month in payments or $100,000 a month in overhead. So teaching those tips without making it too much about me, but more about lessons for them. Same with marriage. How do you keep your relationship going? How do you work on it when it's hard? What is worth saving? What is worth investing in? And where you put your investment, what will your return be? Same with your relationships with your children. How do you succeed in that? How do you keep a relationship with your child, especially if their behavior, especially as a young adult, is different than how you thought it would turn out? How do you maintain that relationship? How do you love and be proud of each of your kids, no matter what they're walking through in life? How do you celebrate your kids? How do you have intentional time with your kids? How do you break the cycles of a dysfunctional family or of addiction or mental health? Or how do you take care of yourself if mental health, mental wellness is part of the spectrum for everybody, from depression to anxiety, very small, to overwhelming and non-stopping? How do you deal with suicide in a sensitive, compassionate way to talk about it, to help one person feel safe to share their story and get the help they need. So when you can take your story and make it more about them than about you, you can get paid to speak. When you know how to reach out and know that you're not transitional and don't take it personally, even though really you're selling yourself, not a product, you are the product, not take it personal. When you recognize you're planting seeds, some people make fun of me and say, don't just spray and pray, Annie. You got to be intentional, focused. Yes, I speak to multiple audiences. Yes, I speak on multiple topics, but it's worked for me. And there's 1,000 different ways to have a speaking business. There's no one right way. Yes, my primary work is keynotes, but I do training. I do retreats. I'll moderate a panel or MC an event or offer both. If I'm doing the keynote, maybe I'll stay the next day and do a breakout if I can, if my schedule allows it. So being flexible, dealing with, you got booked for an hour, now you got 20 minutes. Don't make it about you. Narrow it down to 20 minutes. Pick your 3 points, pick your 1 point, focus on that. Be adaptable to that. So important to be flexible and adaptable, to remember you're there to serve, not to be served. Sometimes you will hear about speakers, and I hear from clients, they'll say, oh my gosh, my speaker last year was so high maintenance and they wanted this and this and this. They made it all about them. And we had 300 other things to deal with as event planners. So go there early, stay a little late, serve them, care about them, support their event, and you are a part of it, and be grateful for that. I always jokingly but somewhat sincerely say, I've never done a gig. In the professional speaker world, a lot of people say, I have 5 gigs this month or 10 gigs. I like to say I have 5 presentations, 5 engagements, 5 powerful presentations, because I really do consider the platform a privilege to get to stand in front of the room and speak to people. Yes, it deserves to be paid and paid well, but it is also a privilege. There's millions of speakers out there, and don't water yourself down. You don't have to do this for free. Sometimes it makes sense. I used to do them for free, and now I do them for fee. I do 4 pro bono a year, and those are always in exchange for something. So instead of free, it's pro bono. What do I get out of it? Maybe I get a video out of it. Maybe I get a list of the attendees. Maybe I get the opportunity to mingle with a large group of people. There's an event coming up, and it's, over 30,000 people, and they get 95 speakers for it. And so you're happy to be in the room, because if you do it right and do it excellent and be captivating and engaging with the audience and interactive, someone in that room, if not many people, will hire you back, will invite you into multiple things. So I love to help speakers move from free to fee. So if you're someone that's written a book, or that's thinking about writing a book, or that knows the value of your words, or that has a compelling story and sees yourself doing this for a business, I would love to chat with you and see. I'm starting a program this month, only 4 weeks, from fee to free. 12 people at the most. I think 5 would be great, even to just get started and really show you kind of the behind the scenes of what I do every day, to keep growing my speaking business and to encourage others to get paid their worth for the lessons, not their stories, but the lessons within their stories that can serve other people professionally and personally. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Just wanted to pop over and say hi.